Elon Musk has caused an earthquake by suggesting that at the next UK general election in 2029, the established parties, left and right, Labour and the Tories, will be, in his words, crushed at that next election. Now, what's he...
Tensions are running high as public frustration reaches a boiling point, with calls for Starmer's resignation growing increasingly vocal. In a dramatic turn of events, Elon Musk made a shocking entrance, sending shockwaves throughout the political landscape. The billionaire entrepreneur is not only pioneering space exploration, but also spearheading a grassroots political uprising, leaving the Labour Party scrambling to keep pace. The question on everyone's mind is, what motivated Musk to intervene in British politics? And why are millions of determined individuals backing him, boldly challenging the Labour government? Today, we'll delve into these pressing questions and explore the implications of this unprecedented development.
Well, I would say to anybody who's thinking of donating to reform, exactly what I said to people during the general election. If you vote or support reform, all you're going to do is help Labour. I think that's very clear from what we saw in the general election. It played out in seats, in hundreds of seats across the country, and ended up with Labour getting that supermajority. So I'd say exactly the same to Elon Musk. I'd say, look, if you want to see Keir Starmer out of office, then more broadly, whether it's yourself or anybody else, you've got to support the Conservatives. It's us who are head-to-head with Labour in those realistic fights up and down the country. That's the message I would give. And I think it's a really important one as well at this moment in time, because we're seeing this Labour government absolutely collapsing on all those key issues right across the board. We're seeing another relaunched...
Rising prices, declining public services, and a pervasive sense of betrayal dominated public discourse. This movement quickly evolved beyond politics, resonating deeply with people and impacting their everyday lives. Discussions intensified, zeroing in on the Labour Party's failures and the urgent need for change. Musk didn't merely initiate a petition, he became the catalyst for a widespread revolution, demonstrating how technology can amplify the people's voice. As the movement gained traction, the Labour government's response, or lack thereof, was astonishing. Keir Starmer and his top ministers chose to evade direct engagement with the public, opting for silence in the hopes that the unrest would fade away. However, this silence only exacerbated the situation, further fueling discontent. Musk, unaccustomed to holding back, took them on directly.
Well, Elon Musk is pointing to the complete collapse of public support for Prime Minister Keir Starmer, who of course has only been in the job since July. But if you look at the polls, Keir Starmer's net ratings have collapsed to minus 38. So he is in what we call net negative territory, or what I like to call Prince Andrew territory.
Elon Musk is not only a remarkable technological innovator, he is someone who knows no limits. He boldly took on the automotive industry with Tesla and envisioned a multi-planetary future for humanity through SpaceX. Musk has always championed the idea of dismantling borders, and his recent actions have posed a significant challenge to the authorities. For years, he remained outside the political sphere, concentrating on technological advancement, but now he is stepping into the spotlight with a clear and powerful message. Governments must change their approach. This isn't just a British issue, it reflects a worldwide dissatisfaction with how leaders manage freedom of speech and the welfare of their citizens. He has observed governments globally attempting to control the media and silence dissenting voices, and the actions of the Labour government have particularly caught his attention.
So there's no doubt that everybody in Britain's political class is remarkably unpopular, and that creates a lot of space for those new insurgents and disruptors like Nigel Farage and Reform, for example. But actually, I think there's a lot more going on here than Elon Musk is suggesting. Let me just give you a couple of points to support this idea that the established parties, the liberal consensus in this country, is about to be crushed at the next general election. One thing I would point to, which Elon Musk doesn't, is what we call volatility in UK politics. We've never had as many people switching their vote from one party to another party as we've had over the last.
Recent reports of citizens facing prosecution for their online criticisms have sent shockwaves through society. Musk's stance is unequivocal. When governments stifle dissent, they undermine the very foundation of democracy. Censorship, disguised as regulation, should no longer resonate with the millions who feel their voices are disregarded. This issue extends beyond Britain. Musk asserts that it has global implications and demands urgent attention. His steadfast commitment to free speech has made him an unlikely champion for many, highlighting the pressing need for leaders who not only protect, but actively promote open public discourse. This moment calls for bravery and resolve. Freedom of speech is merely the tip of the iceberg, concealing deeper issues within this movement. The UK is ensnared in a genuine crisis, facing soaring living costs, rampant inflation, ongoing strikes, and the deterioration of public services. For many, the Labour government has failed to provide solutions, leaving citizens to navigate this turmoil on their own. Recognizing the extent of the discontent, Musk began sharing posts that shed light on the daily struggles of ordinary Britons. One of his posts resonated deeply with the public. How can we trust a government that cannot provide affordable housing or fair wages? By amplifying these voices, Musk has transformed economic grievances into a compelling and inspiring rallying cry, reminding people that they are not alone in their challenges.
An almighty war of words has broken out between Elon Musk and the Prime Minister, Keir Starmer, after Musk claimed on Monday that the violent riots sweeping the UK meant that, quote, civil war is inevitable. So the Prime Minister slammed the comments, claiming there was no justification for it. But the billionaire owner of X, formerly Twitter, hasn't backed down, has he? After hundreds of Muslim men violently attacked a pub and an individual man in Birmingham last night, Musk today took to the social media platform to ask the Prime Minister, why aren't all communities protected in Britain? He went on to brand Starmer two-tier Keir.
A troubling message is echoing on his Twitter. Democracy is fading away in silence. Leaders must actively engage in this process. Analysts agree that the Labour Party's inaction is a significant blunder with serious repercussions. By choosing not to engage, the government has widened the divide between itself and the public, creating a void that Musk's movement quickly filled. At the heart of Musk's criticism lies a crucial issue: freedom of speech. He boldly and openly expresses his disdain for censorship, and the UK has emerged as a key battleground for his concerns.
Elon Musk has been accused of being in charge of a platform that's been spouting fake news and inflaming tensions. Whose side are you on when it comes to this?
Well, I'm not entirely sure that Elon Musk is right when he says civil war is inevitable, because it's not inevitable in this country. We're English, after all. But he is correct when he calls Keir two-tier Keir. Without a shadow of a doubt, we have got a two-tier policing system and have had a two-tier policing system for many, many years. The reason that Fair Cop exists is to expose and to challenge this two-tier policing system. All of it is based upon one form or another of identity politics, be that race, be that religion, be that sexual orientation, or be that gender.
What started as an initiative focused on the UK has evolved into a powerful voice that resonates well beyond its borders. Media outlets from the United States to Australia are enthusiastically covering Musk's involvement, portraying him as a disruptor, ready to challenge the status quo and redefine the rules of the game. Each day, the pressure on Starmer intensifies. Cracks are starting to appear within his own party, with some Labour MPs beginning to seriously question his ability to lead the country amid rising public discontent. Political analysts caution that Starmer's silence could spell disaster for him if he fails to address the demands of this movement and ignore its concerns. His leadership will be at risk. Society is calling for action, and Starmer has less and less time to demonstrate that he is indeed the leader Britain needs at this critical juncture.
Be in no doubt, those that have participated in this violence will face the full force of the law. The police will be making arrests, individuals will be held on remand, charges will follow, and convictions will follow. I guarantee you will regret taking part in this disorder, whether directly or those whipping up this action online and then running away themselves. This is not protest. It is organised, violent thuggery, and it has no place on our streets or online.
It all began with what seemed like a simple action, just one retweet. However, when Musk published a petition calling for a general vote in the UK, he ignited a genuine storm. This move sparked an overwhelming wave of outrage and enthusiasm. Prior to his involvement, the petition had remained largely unnoticed, but with his name attached, it quickly gained traction, transforming into a national and even international event. Musk possesses a unique ability to distill and amplify information, making it genuinely inspiring. His retweet not only broadened the petition's reach, but also instilled a sense of urgency and significance in the hearts of the people. Share your thoughts in the comments, and see you later.